Actually, no, it was my third. I taught a year in Spring Branch, fifth grade, and then I moved to Killeen and taught third and fifth there for 4 years, I think it was. And then I quit teaching and actually worked with a computer company for a year and knew that that wasn't where I was supposed to be. And so I interviewed at Valley Ranch, and then I have been there ever since for 23 school years after that.
All 23 years in fifth grade?
No, I started in fourth, and actually I took Debbie Young's job. Debbie Young's was teaching fourth grade, and she had moved down to second grade, and then we got more kids or something, so they had to hire another teacher, and they hired me after school started. And my first class, my first year, I had 14 kids.
Nice.
And in fourth grade, yeah. And then after that, I went to third grade, and I don't remember how many years in third grade, and then up to fifth grade, and been there ever since. Well, the oldest item that I have, I did not get rid of, but they are they're old teacher books that my great aunt used when she taught in a one-room schoolhouse. And I keep those with me just as a reminder that the teaching was in my family and how special it was. So that's the oldest thing in my classroom, like from that aspect. But otherwise, I mean, I had papers. I went through a file the other day, and a teacher that teaches art at Denton Creek, her name is Sharon Chen. I had her in third grade. And so one of my files randomly, I found this letter from her with her picture. And so I sent it to her, I emailed it to her on Sunday. And she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you still have that. So I had saved that from when I had her in third grade or second grade or something like that, what she was. And now she's actually teaching for the district. So that was kind of cool.
So some of your former learners then have become teachers.
Yes. Yeah. She is for the district. Haley Martin teaches social studies at, I can't remember if it's a middle school or high school. She was one of my former kiddos. So they both teach in Capel now. So. Instead of its community night now, it was multicultural night. And that was always neat because we did have like 40 different countries represented at the time. And so to learn about all of those was very cool. There was one point in time where it's always been neat with animals. We had chickens in third grade. We hatched the eggs, and the farmer couldn't come back and get them right away. So I had chickens in my classroom in boxes. And when I would go home at night, I would like put dictionaries or something on top of the box so it wouldn't get out. And one morning I came into school and I got down near my classroom and I heard, and I thought, uh-oh. Bob, the rooster, had gotten out. And so I knew it was time. I had to take the chickens home. And so I brought them home with me, and they lived partly in my back bedroom and partly outside. I had to rig up something so they could go outside for a while and stuff until the farmer could come and get them. So that was an interesting time. And thank goodness I didn't have dogs, because if I would have had dogs, I probably wouldn't have had chickens. I had one kiddo in third grade, and he just had a really rough life. And then that was the year when I moved to fifth grade. So then when he rotated and came to fifth grade, I had him again, because I knew that we knew each other's wavelength, and he was having a really hard time. So I wanted him again. And then at the end of the school year, he wrote a speech, and it made me cry. Him and his dad were just so wonderful. And he had come back a couple different times to see me. And he was always, hating school and hating life. And when he came back one time to see me when he was in high school, he's like, so do you think I should go into the scientific field of da-da-da-da? And I'm looking at him like, who are you? So that was pretty cool. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember growing up how many dogs we had, because they were always outside. My mom didn't want them in the house. And so I when I became a house owner. I said, I'm having dogs in the house. And so whenever my parents come to visit me, I always tell them, this is my house. I get to have my dogs in my house. They're my babies. So probably at least 10 in my whole lifetime. But since living in my house, Smokey's number 4. Yes. Just happiness. I want them to be happy in whatever they choose to do. I know they'll be successful because they're awesome and they have awesome role models. Just to be happy, though. Find that happiness, find that passion. And that's, especially with Sense the Leader and me, I think we've talked a lot about your passion, and find your passion and what's something that's going to bring you happiness, not necessarily a dollar amount. I just am blessed for so many years.